Hi everybody and welcome to Facebook Live, and thank you for those that watch on replay here and on YouTube. Thank you all for your support during the year. This week is the last live video and blog of the year, so let's get into it. This week I'm going to talk about New Year's resolutions and switching things up. Instead of putting yourself under some pressure from making a big goal for next year, where you're going to be left feeling overwhelmed and pressurized into succeeding, and then when you don't, you feel like a failure, which, by the way, most people end up doing anyway, because most people fail at, about 90% of people fail at their New Year's resolutions. So instead of doing all that, take the pressure off and just make one small resolution that's going to help you reduce your stress, reduce the busyness, the anxiety in your life instead. That way you have a better chance of succeeding, and you're going to feel less stressed about it and less pressurized by this whole idea of New Year's resolutions yet again. So I'm going to give you one suggestion, but you can make small tweaks. It's a small tweak to your lifestyle that will help you, reduce the stress and anxiety. So what I'm going to talk about making a tweak to is to watch what and who you are listening to in the future. Now I'm going to talk about social media. It's simple, one thing you can do. So what you do is you mute your social media notifications and any newspaper or news stations, or that you mute down the notifications. So you're not turning off all the various social media and news outlets. You're not turning them off altogether. You are simply muting all those notifications that you get and that keep ding 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 throughout the day on your phone, that they're interrupting you. So that's all you're doing. And once you do it, that's it, you're finished. Your New Year's resolution for the entire year is finished. You have muted your social media and news notifications. That's it. One simple thing. So what you're doing here is you're actually taking back some control. You have set times when you're actually going to check the notifications, and for how long you'll engage with them. And I know this is the harder part when we get into how long am I going to allow interaction with these things. How long am I going to spend on it? What time in the day am I going to do it at? That's going to be up to you. You could do it once around mid-morning on your break, once in the afternoon, and once sometime in the evening, but not within an hour of getting up and not within an hour of going to bed. Please turn off social media for those 2 hours. Don't even look at your phone. I know it's hard and it'll take a little bit of practice, because our mind and our hands just want to kind of wander over to these devices, and all the lovely devices, and we want to look at them, and it's very addictive to be wanting to check on your phone. But the whole idea here is, if you slip up, just get going again, just start again. It's okay. You're not right at the beginning. It shouldn't be stressful for you. It shouldn't be pressurized. You shouldn't pressurize yourself in any way. Just keep trying to reduce down the amount of time you're picking up your devices and going on social media and looking at the notifications from everybody and running down through your feeds. Just mute them down. These things are very addictive. It's just like any other addiction. They want us to use the devices as early as possible, to get onto social media as early as possible, because they know that they are addictive. But if you want to reduce your stress levels during the day, then reducing the amount of interruptions and distractions that you get from just the little dingy bells that go off on the social media, and any sort of news comes through to your phone, it can be ding ding ding. Just mute it down. Just mute them down. And that should help ease up the distractions, because I'll only look at it for a minute. but like 20 minutes later and you look up and it is 20 minutes has gone by and you're still scrolling through one of whatever the social media channel it is. So it's disrupting your life. It's disrupting your time with your family, your friends, and work. So, you know, they give you information overload as well, and they do really want to keep you tied up with watching them. When you turn them off, they're not making any money, so they want you back on. So they want that bell ringing and you getting back onto your devices as much as possible. And that stresses you out. Those interruptions and distractions stresses you out, because then you feel pressurized to get whatever it was done that you're doing during your day. But it also increases your anxiety levels, particularly if what you're reading is predominantly negative. So muting the devices and even turning off the radio from the news being on all the time, or the television. I know we play we have them running in the background. Sometimes we forget because the music is running, but every hour on the hour with most radio stations, and there will be set times throughout the day on television, there will be news programs coming up, and it is particularly negative, and that is going to have your anxiety and your stress levels increasing. And you mightn't be consciously aware of that, but subconsciously you are picking up everything that's going on around you, and you're picking up on that negativity. So take back that control. Take back the control and mute the notifications. So all you're doing is, if you mute the notifications, it will help you start to take back control and start reducing down what you're actually looking at and what you're listening to. If you need something to fill a void, and there will be a void, because this and the tablets and whatever, they are so addictive, the social media is so addictive, and the news channels are so addictive, I'd suggest that you look for something more positive. There are positive podcasts out there, audiobooks, relaxation apps you can use, or you can just simply create your own uplifting and relaxing playlists that you can put on. It does take a little bit of work, but if you create them once, they're there. You can put them on, and while you're working, listen to something uplifting if you need motivation, or something relaxing if that's what you feel you need. And that would be much better use of your time, listening through your headphones while you type away at something. But the more you do it, the more you silence stuff, and the more you, if you can get into meditation of any form. Meditation tends to as somebody who's practiced meditation for a long time now, but even very quickly, even at the start, within a matter of a few weeks, I actually sought out the silence. And you want things to be quietened down a little bit, and it's quite peaceful. And if you can combine something like that, a 3-minute breather might be maybe a 3-minute breather. That's 3 minutes. Could be another small change that you make instead of the one I've suggested around social media. You could try a 3-minute breather and start with 30 seconds. Build it up to a minute and a half, 2 minutes. If you never get to 3 minutes, it doesn't matter. Just do something small. Like breathing, using the 7-11 technique or similar for 30 seconds when you pop off to the bathroom throughout your day is going to bring your stress levels down. It's simple. That's it. It's done for the day. You do it once, it's done for the day. You've done your goal. You can tick it off in that tracker and say, yep, I got my goal done. And that's all you have to do. So think small when it comes to New Year's resolutions. You don't have to take up something big like going to the gym or going on anything special. Pick one thing, bring it down to the smallest amount you can. For instance, if you wanted, instead of going to the gym, maybe, and it wasn't something you're used to doing, go for a 5-minute walk at lunchtime. Get out of the office or out of your workplace. Go for a quick 5-minute walk, 2 minutes out, 2.5 minutes out, 2.5 minutes back. That's it. quick walk. Instead of using the lift to the top floor, get off one floor early and walk up the remaining steps. That's it. Your exercise is done for the day. Or get one stop if you're on a bus, and it's close enough. Get off at one stop early and walk the remaining 5 or 10 minutes to work when you're going there. But think small. Think small and give yourself the best chance to succeed at this. So have a think about it. Most of us are off for a few days now next week. So have a think about some way I can reduce this goal down to its smallest thing that I can do to help me succeed at this. Don't try too many things, only one thing at a time, and don't try to do something big. It won't work. It just won't work. You're setting yourself up for failure again, and you're going to feel terrible. So do something small instead. If you have any ideas, anything you've tried, pop them in the comments below this, because people will want to know. People can learn from you. You can teach something else. You might think that's silly. Oh, I just tried this and it helped me. Try something simple. Works. Keep it simple. Keep it small. But what you have done might help somebody else that has never tried it. So, comment below. If you have a question, ask me. I'm here to answer questions. Thank you again for your support this year, and I'll see you all at the end of January. I won't be back until the end of January, and I'll see you all then. Have a good new year.